how excited are you to be chosen for this new mission?
Honestly, I am very excited, but the real excitement comes from the mission itself. I am excited that anyone is going on this mission. We are taking humans back to the moon, and the whole idea is to eventually land on the moon, have a responsible, sustained presence there, take what we learn, go explore Mars. Awesome stuff to be a part of, whether I'm the crew, contributing to it on the ground, all amazing.
Awesome. I'm here in Eastern North Carolina in Greenville. And I know you kind of went to school in Jacksonville and then college at NC State. I'm just wondering how your ties to North Carolina kind of have prepared you for this moment.
So many ways. Growing up in Eastern North Carolina in Jacksonville, outside of a military base, I felt like I had a very diverse group of friends. That really lent itself into how I view the entire world, how I love the fact that a diverse group brings all kinds of experiences to the table, different ways to innovate, different ways of thinking about things, and really valuing that from the time that I was young. Also, the Southern hospitality, Southern teamwork, the way that we all work together, the courtesy that we offer each other, that's something I've taken with me since I left North Carolina. College and NC State, so many opportunities, and I jumped on every single one of them that I could. That's really what NC State offered me. The engineering education obviously was amazing, but the fact that I could do so many different things that interested me was really what I took away and what I hope to encourage others to do.
Very awesome. I guess also you're the only woman chosen to be on this team of four. How does that make you feel?
Honestly, the best thing about that isn't that I individually am doing anything. It's the fact that we as a country, as a nation, as a NASA, as an organization has decided that it's most important to go for all and by all. We made this decision long ago, and that's why the astronaut corps already represents all of humanity. Because if we're going to answer humanity's call to explore, we should represent all of humanity. To me, that is the most exciting thing about this mission. We know that we are more successful if we take every single person's contributions, every single person with an innovative spirit, with talent, with skills, with a dream is welcome at this table. And that's going to be what makes us the most successful together.
Awesome. And so what's the preparation kind of looking like in the next few months for this mission?
Well, I've heard that we have about a year and a half training flow. So that's going to start around June. Up until then, we get to start getting familiar with the teams and the mission, spreading the news about the mission, and gelling as a crew. So I cannot wait to dive into our technical training. I cannot wait to get to know even more closely the people I'm going to be flying with and the teams on the ground. We have ground systems, huge projects, the rocket system engineers, the Orion vehicle, so many people. This is their mission, and now we get to learn it alongside them.
And I guess just one of my last things is, do you feel like you're kind of inspiring young people who may be looking up to you, whether it's in Eastern North Carolina or young girls? Do you feel like you're an inspiration to them?
Gosh, that part of my job is the biggest privilege of all. If I am inspiring people the way that I was inspired by my heroes, both the heroes from North Carolina and the heroes in the space program, that is an awesome feeling and pretty much the one that I hold in the highest regard. Thinking about how I looked at my heroes, what they taught me, the most important thing is to tell the people around you that you believe in them. I was lucky that I had people in North Carolina that told me that, and that's what I'm going to be focused on, and that's what I encourage everyone out there to do.
Awesome. And then just kind of what's the goal of the mission so far that you're seeing?
Artemis 2 is all about preparing the rest of the Artemis missions to be successful in sustained human presence on the moon and eventually going to Mars. We are going to test out every aspect of the Orion vehicle so that when they take it on Artemis 3, they know that part already and they can focus on the next steps, which is landing on the moon and going out and moonwalking in the new suits. It's going to be awesome to enable that. That's why we're going around the moon. It's about a 10-day mission to check out all the systems on Orion, the Orion space vehicle, to put crew aboard the Space Launch System rocket, the most powerful rocket NASA has ever made, doing those things to buy down the risk, to understand all those things so that we can focus on the next steps. That's what Artemis 2 is all about.
Awesome. Christina, is there anything I'm missing that you would love to kind of let people know about this or anything else?
I think the big one for me, if I'm speaking to people from Eastern North Carolina, is to don't necessarily limit yourself as to what you see around you. Whatever you're passionate about is out there in the world for you. Staying home, doing what you're passionate about in your community is absolutely awesome. And if you're passionate about something else, go for that too. I am so lucky to be from what I considered back when I lived in Jacksonville, it was a smaller town. And the things that I learned, the values there are one of the most important things that have allowed me to participate in teamwork and hopefully be that team player. That's the number one thing that's important in the astronaut corps. And I learned that where I'm from in Jacksonville, North Carolina.